Okay, so now we have our next country, and yeah, I can go a little slow right now. I have zero viewers. Um, okay. Um, yeah. Um, so we have Explorer mode, and so this stream we will be looking at Spain, which I just recently got a gold on. Okay, you can see, not by a big margin, 22,718 points. Um, okay. Okay, so Spain, it looks great, I mean, that's the main thing you can say about it, like for instance, like Italy, like you actually see, it looks much more run down, I mean, they have money, like for Italy to look like this, but it's just different, that Gürtankat bus. Okay, so that looks like maybe we are not in Castilian, the language that the rest of the world calls Spanish. Um, Carrer d'Arbos. Okay, so this is some other language other than standard Spanish. And this one, the it's not Basque, it's a Romance language, and so it's either Galician or Catalan, and Catalan is much more common. I think this is Catalan. Like especially Galician is almost Portuguese. Uh, yeah, this sign then looks like it is in Castilian, which yeah, like that sign I think is in Castilian. Um, so we have um, now when I say Catalan, there are several related closely related things that I call Catalan. Those would include the languages of Valencia and the Balearic Islands, which are similar to Catalan. And the Balearic Islands language, there are some things, especially in place names, that look different. Um, okay. Um, see, instalacio. That's ending with co and not sion. Also, notice there's a dot between the L's. Um, so what that does is that in Catalan, it turns out that ll would ordinarily be pronounced lie, like in Lleismo dialects of standard Spanish. Uh, this, however, instead turns it into a double L, and then that it's held long. Instalacio. Okay. Um. Yeah. So that. Um. Then that's. In fact, that dot between the L's is sort of considered to be a symbol of the Catalan language. Kind of like Enye is for standard Spanish. Um. um. Okay. So. Um. So it's as I said, Catalonia, Valencia, or the Balearic Islands. Um, there was some Castilian on it, so I'm thinking maybe. Oh, okay. So it was in fact in Barcelona. Okay. Um, yeah, outlying part of the city. It looks like. We were, I guess, right on top of this tunnel too, which is kind of interesting. Um, oh, I see. We were up on a hill, right? And then the boulevard tunnels under it. Okay. Um, Yeah, and that looks like we are in fact in Barcelona, right? Yeah, because there's the typeface for other municipalities, Santa Coloma de Gramenet, Badalona. Um, okay, Catalan, you'll notice has the Grave accent in it. That is it has both the Grave accent going this way and the acute accent going this way. Which is unlike Castilian. Also, you find uh, plurals of nouns in Catalan that have a consonant followed by an S. instead of a consonant followed by an es. And in standard Spanish, a word can't even end in two consonants. And so there's a few other things with Catalan. Um, the sequence TX is in Catalan and also in Basque, which, however, is looks entirely different from any other language otherwise. Um, yeah, and then so yeah, so these are things for recognizing when the language is off in Spain. Um, okay, Murtor los Huertas. Wait, that looks like maybe if I could read, nah, probably not. Looked like there was something for the municipality or whatever it is. This looks like it's relatively flat with mountains on top. We have warmer climate that these for instance, you wouldn't see in the north or probably in the middle either. That Castile tends to be relatively elevated. Madrid, I think, is something like 700 meters above sea level. Um, and also, of course, Castile being in the interior, the temperature drops farther in the winter anyway, right? Um, than it would near the sea. Um, so I'm thinking, yeah, this is like, yeah. So I'm thinking this is likely to be in Andalusia or that's not or maybe it is relatively warm along the whole uh Mediterranean coast and the Balearic Islands, so I would say that I can't really rule any of that area out completely, but I think um in fact I want to say there's a part of Andalusia that has it has irrigated fields and relatively flat landscape like this, around Seville. Um, like I remember one of the things about uh, the this about the area that I'm thinking of around Seville is that uh, it had rice as a major crop, um, and there was actually these marshes where they cultivated this plant that accumulated iodine, and then they would then harvest the plant and extract the iodine from the ashes after burning it. Um, and this was, in the 19th century, like this was producing iodine mostly for photography. Um, those look like Washingtonia palms, like Southern California, with the fronds on them. A very placeless tree, because they've been planted by fans of California everywhere. Um, um, Almacenes storehouses, that might be the Preparte. Jesus regresa. Okay. Uh okay, so it was here near Murcia and Elche. Yeah. Um yeah, and in fact Elche is in Valencia province, so this is sort of the lower limit of the Catalan type language on the Mediterranean side. Um and so I mentioned like the areas that have languages that either are Catalan or have minor quibbles with themselves being Catalan, and those are in Valencia, the Balearic Islands here, and in Catalonia itself. Um, and then Aragon, as I remember, it has a flag that looks like the Catalan flag, with the yellow and orange stripes. You may see it in one of these rounds, except that it doesn't really use the Catalan language. This is more of a Castilian area. Um, and then I mentioned the other non Spanish languages. You have Basque in País Vasco here, and Galician in Galicia over here. And Galician is similar to Portuguese, and Basque is similar to nothing. Um, Okay, Rosalo is a Catalan name, I believe, although, for instance, there was a recent governor of Puerto Rico with that name, so, um, okay. So that's kind of north of us. So we are on the sea. So do I think this is wait, low cost Palma. Is this Palma de Mallorca? Yeah, okay, it's got palm trees. So probably not interior, not north. Um Iberauto. Oh yeah, multilingual signage like, that they have, for instance here, Autovermietung in German. Um so we're in an area that, does more tourist business most likely. Um San Katmochan Mini Mart. Um Werner Bruceberg. Schifffahrt Sorgfältiger. Yeah, and the word Schifffahrt is a classic of German because it has three F's in a row. Um, okay. Um, wait, I think I saw here Min oh, Ibiza, Palma, Formentera, Minorca. So that's all of the Balearic Islands. Yeah. So I'm thinking that this might just be the middle of Palma on the marina, right? That hmm. Oh, yep, that's where we are. Okay. Yeah, you'll notice here this looks more Castilian, but notice down here Autoritat Portuaria de Baleares. And there's the two consonants at the end, as I said, like plurals with Baleares would be Castilian. Um, yeah, okay, so that is definitely where we are. Um, let's see, which part of the waterfront are we on? Um, oh, okay, so we timed out and we got to that one. Okay, so that's maybe the curved facade of the building that we saw. Um, hmm. Yep. There's an excellent, Catalan or pseudo-Catalan one here for the parking lot. Aparcament, there's not mente but ment, del Passage Maritime. Um, the IG also appears in this language. Um, and I think it's pronounced ich actually. Like although in Catalan, unlike in Castilian, however, the soft G is pronounced J, and J, J. I'm not sure if it's present, but if it is, oh no, there it is. Okay, I believe J is also pronounced J. So that it doesn't it follows the pattern of Portuguese and Italian, that it's just Castilian that has J and soft G as Ch. Um, and we know that sound change actually happened before. I mean, it happened after the Spanish conquest of Mexico because of the way that Nahuatl place names work in Mexico. There's for instance, the name Mexico itself was originally pronounced Mexico, and that sound was written as an X, which was the norm even in Castilian, and that Portuguese and Catalan still do that. Um, okay, So I think this is Castile. Okay, so it's big, empty. Um, I think these might be cork trees. Um, that cork trees come from, like they're big field oaks like this that yeah. Okay, so we have Salamanca, CL517. Okay, so Salamanca is in Castile. It's up here. So if we zoom in, we should see, wait, these are SA roads, these are CL roads on this side. So those are, and wait, no, there's a ton of different things with different colors. Okay. CL517. Okay, so we've got this road. It's not very short, right? Goes to the um Golpejas Salamanca. There's Golpejas. Um, La Mata and Robliza de Cojos. Um, let's see, Vitigudino and Ledesma. There's Gudino there. Oh, there's Ledesma there. Okay, so okay. So we must have walked down toward this intersection and then okay, so it was only a kilometer off. That's good. Um, okay. So you'll notice in that last round, that the white and the black and white signs pointing to locations look kind of like the French ones. Um, but there's a very different typeface and that the road numbering system on them is radically different. Um, okay, so there's mountains in the area. Yeah, I'm thinking this is northern. Just from the general look. Sanjo Gruas y Transportes. Okay, so that looks like Castilian. Bombers, though, is that's not bomberos, so that's nope, that's Catalan on there. Okay. Um so uh so we're up here again. I'm thinking maybe toward Andorra. Okay. And so now we have something complicated. Um okay. So we're probably closer to Barcelona with this, right? We have N2A B224 E15 E90. There's E90. Oh, there's Martorell. Um, yeah, here's a good question. What's the double L if it's final? I mean, it's. I think Castilian is like liaismo, but how do you pronounce that at the end of a word? Um, Martorell? Oh yeah, I guess Serbo-Croatian does that too, right? They have LJ at the end of words. Let's see, B224. Okay, that's there. Copy this. Could we be near? Yeah, we're near something relatively complicated, right? Oh, there's AP7. Okay, so we must be near that intersection? Nope, nope, north side. Okay. Um, okay, so not a top score, but like my top score is good on this map. I have a gold. Okay. Uh, Marginally I have a gold. Okay. So second game. So this I'm thinking is northern and mountainous, and possibly a larger urban area. Is this Bilbao perhaps? No, oh no, Barcelona again. Okay. Um, yeah, and it's this one. We know that it's not in Venezuela. It's a Spain map, and it's in Catalan. Um, right. Um, so this has got to be outer part of Barcelona, right? Um, oh yeah, also I've noticed, like that. Yeah, I've seen this in general with spade rounds, is that it seems to give you Barcelona much more often than Madrid. I don't know why. Um, uh, yeah, yeah, nothing I'm likely to be able to find. There were a few street names. Repsol stations are typically in Spain. I have seen one in Peru on here, but um, 142. Okay, there was a location on here. Um, uh, Ronda de Dalt and Llobregat. Um, okay, Llobregat is over here. Um, B20 Ronda de Dalt. There's B20. Um, Dalt, I think here means like alto. Oh, there's it's the name of the B20. Okay. Um, so it's pointing to the Llobregat, which perhaps that means we're up. Yeah. Okay, we were up there. Um, okay. Um, yeah. There's just lots of nice looking buildings, in Spain on here. Um, Sun Garcia. Okay. Yep, so now we know we're in Spain. Um, I assume that's a regional flag that is not Catalonia. Catalonia is very recognizable. It has the it's I think it's yellow and orange stripes. Although, as I said, Aragon also has a similar flag, and the Balearic Islands also have a similar flag. So, um, not up on Spanish regional flags, but there's definitely some diversity of the stones here. I'm, that I had mentioned on a previous round a style that's made from rocks that are taken out of fields in let's see, Marugan, Segovia. Okay, Segovia, I think is in Castile, but I don't know. Um, yeah, not immediately obvious where that is. Um, okay, yeah. Dry, grassy landscape. Um, yeah, and Castile is not that flat, but like there's some elevation differences. But yeah, Castile looks like this, and I think this is maybe up here. Could it be up here? Uh, yeah. Where's Segovia though? I mean, I know I've heard of the place. Um, so I think it's not small, but oh, there it is. Okay, so it was closer to Madrid. Um, Okay, so that must have, yeah, I'm thinking that was the provincial name on here that the place was, yeah, it was this Marugan was on there. Marugan, Segovia. So Segovia is the name of the province. And you can see here that the roads are marked SG, that these are go with the names of the provinces, which are mostly the names of a nearby city. Um, okay, so this is interesting. It's brushy. I would guess northern. Hmm. Um, Serveis de medi natural e jardineria. Wait, E with just I also maybe is not Castilian. Uh, ref, Refugee de pesca, prohibit pescar, not prohibido. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, it really gives a lot of, a lot of Catalonia here. Or we don't know specifically Catalonia, right? It could be someplace else with one of the languages that is very similar to Catalonian and doesn't like to call it that. um Entreo en zona inundable. Entreo, not entreo, so that's El Rieral. Uh, wait. Camí del Rio, Eix del Ripoll. Yeah, okay. So it was near Lleida. Um, so in Catalonia, here's the Catalonian boundary with Aragon. Geodesic dome. There's La Aliseda, La something. Central Hidroeléctrica Marmolejo, Sendero de la Centenera. Okay, so this looks likely to be Castilian. Oh, there's a map and a map. Sendero de Sierra Morena, um, Path of the Sierra Morena, um, Montero is on there. So La Centenera. Uh, the C is pronounced th in Castile, and the soft C is pronounced, like an S by normal people. Um, and the Z is also pronounced in Castile. So we have Cardeña and Pozo Blanco. Uh, oh, you'll also notice stop. They don't say pare or alto. Oh, there's Fuente de las Socialistas. Okay, the socialist fountain. Okay, we're on A420. Oh, Junta de Andalucia. Okay, so that tells us that we are specifically in Andalusia. We're on the A420. Um, in the green. Yeah, there's a lot of different colors of roads here. Uh, wait, that's N420, A420. Okay. Kilometer 8. Um, wait, does it? No, A420 goes. Uh, are we here? No, that's N420. A420 is where's the other end of it? Um, Marmolejo. Um, not seeing any of those places on the signs. Ah, that's interesting. Police car. Um, oh, they still use fasces on police cars in Spain. That's interesting. Um, Rio Guadalcavir. Okay, so that's a biggie. Um, yeah. That so I was just a few kilometers off. Um, Guadalcavir means in Arabic the big the big river, Wadi al Kabir, and that it's kind of the large river in Andalusia. It goes down here and then gets larger. Uh, then here's Cordoba. Um, then goes and then it sort of runs along the bottom of the Sierra Nevada mountains here. Um, which are not the ones in Nevada. Um, and then goes then the Guadalcavir, it runs through Seville and then comes out, into the Atlantic Ocean over here near Cadiz. Okay. Um, and Cadiz, I've noticed before, is very it should be very distinctive. It's one of those places that's built kind of like Venice. Extremely dense. It's on an island. Um, Except, I don't think Cadiz has canals in it like Venice does. Cadiz is not that kind of island. Um, hmm. Yeah, interesting architecture here. Oh yeah, I've seen these little structures with the crosses on the ends before in Spain, and I don't know what they are, but like they're often actually in places with cows. I don't know what yeah. Yeah, see, here's an yeah. What are these things? Except that one is a secular one. It doesn't have crosses on it. Um, but yeah, they've all got those things. What are they? Um, okay. Diputación de Acore A Coruña. A Coruña is in Galicia. It's up here. Um, A Coruña. You'll notice it's not that this is like Portuguese that in Portuguese they have a instead of la. Igreja de San Martino, the X there is like Portuguese. Um, we have socialistas camping. Igreja de San Martino. Kids looking at the Google car. Um, so that looks like maybe it's the school there, or let's see. Ria Arosa is the camping location. Um, en Ribera T Decides. Wondering if on there Ribera could be and T Decides. That why is there T there? Um, must be something about Galician. Um, okay, stop. Yeah. So the signs do not say alto or pare. They say stop. Um, Rivera 6. Um, Oson and Noya are 30. Okay, so there's Noya, there's Rivera. Okay. So that must have been the municipality name that was on the signs. That Ribera Center is down here, but we were up in, a village up here. Um, yeah, there's the sign were for this church, Igreja de San Martino de Oleros. Okay, so yeah, does that mean also that we remember that those weird little elevated things with the crosses on them, or in the case of the secular one, not the crosses on them, uh, are in Galicia? I don't know what those are. Okay, so that's our second game, 19,048 points. Um, yeah, so I've been scoring above average on this one. Okay, so um, Kiosco, Tranviarios. Um, Copisteria. Yeah. And also, there aren't really any other Spanish-speaking countries that look much like this. Buenos Aires maybe on a good day. Um, Estrella Galicia, which except complement. Yeah, see, looking at the other signs, I think this is in standard Spanish though, um, which of course could be anywhere in the country. It would just in someplace else would be accompanied by another language. Fumasano cigarrillos electrónicos. Ferreteria. Um, yeah. So this is someplace relatively built up. Uh, I think we have completely Castilian language. Um, Tall buildings. So I'm thinking it could be a larger place. Uh, could be Madrid. Could be Seville. Um, that Spanish cities have a tendency toward high density too. So this might actually not be someplace as big as that. Um, I think this is, yeah, I mean, Barcelona would not have language like this. Um, yeah, so far, though, no bus de plataforma baixa, uh, baixa, like it's not Baja. Um, okay. Also, remember, buses could be from somewhere else, though. So I'm still not, okay, I'm running out of time. I'm going to plunk it in Madrid just in case I'm right. Um, Wait, they're at Accessoria Jurídica. That's yeah. So I think we might be in like Vigo then, because of the yeah, and so it must have like a little. Yep. Okay, that's where it was. Yep. So these subtle linguistic clues. Yeah. So it looks like I would guess that in Galicia you see more Castilian than you see in in the Catalan using area, and yeah, we're getting tons of these we're getting tons of Galicia and tons of Catalan areas. Um, Now this yeah, this has got to be Castile. I mean, like it's dry. Um, there's lots of olive trees. Um, yeah, I don't think this can reasonably be anywhere other than Castile. Um, or Estremadura, which is similar. Um, that's interesting. The chevrons are blue and white. Um, yeah, see, olives. Um, Atencio, no, it's not Castile. Okay, because it would be Atencion. Um, indica eix de la carretera um, Baralbergue. Okay, so this has got to be, like for a Castilian speaking area, is it the Balearic Island? Balearic Islands wouldn't be this big, and yeah, no, this is could be farther to the south, maybe could be interior Valencia over here. Um, yeah, I'm wondering maybe it could be in this area. Um, but yeah, when you saw the rural area, like you thought, yeah, it's got to be someplace relatively dry. That. Generalitat Valenciana. Okay, so it is Valencia. Um, this word Generalitat is only Catalan. And then Valenciana. And remember that Galicia, it says Junta de Galicia instead of Junta. It has an X. Um, so yeah, it was down there. Yep. So it was near. It was near like Benidorm and Alicante. Um, Yeah, this is another example of Catalan allows two consonants at the end of a word, right? Which standard Spanish, Castilian doesn't. Yeah, the it seems a bit awkward to call it Castilian, because of that's not the term in most of the countries where the language is used. Um, that I'm used to Mexican usage. The language is called Espanol. Um, I think that the term Castellano for the language is also used in Argentina and Uruguay, as well as in Spain. Um, but not in other Spanish-speaking countries. Okay, so we're getting toward the end now. This is round three of five in the last game. Um, Hotel S apostrophe. Okay, the S apostrophe, that is Balearic Islands only. As that somehow the words for the are different in the Balearic Islands. That like Catalan uses la and el like Spanish, except that the plural of el in Catalonia is else instead of el. And so here, S apostrophe before vowels. Um, it's for sa, I think. That's only in the Balearic Islands. And yeah, there the sign says Palma, so that's Palma de Mallorca on the not to be confused with La Palma in one of the Canary Islands, which currently is undergoing a volcanic eruption at the time. Okay, so we have MA15. There's MA15. We have Arta Manacor. So Manacor and Palma are in the same direction, so it's on this side. We're even past Arta. Um, so we must be at this end, like Cap de Pera. Um, yeah, these are all like, yeah, we've got to be, like looking at that, we've got to be in that last urban area on there. Um, we haven't gone anywhere, which is great. Um, okay, so there's a roundabout. We have the veterinary clinic on it. MA15. Let's see. Yeah, we can see there are several roundabouts on MA15. See there, Carretera de Sa Pedruscada. So the Sa is Balearic Islands only. Um, let's see. There's not a Repsol station on that roundabout. Um, okay, so it was in Arta. Yeah, okay. So that sign pointing to Arta was then pointing just into the city center. Um, looks like the veterinary clinic was not on the map. Nothing. Yeah, you want to watch out for trucks, of course. Seguridad Vial, the highway police, is that? We have Kumukska, that looks Basque. Um, of course, it's a truck. Um, oh, Irun, yeah, Irun is in the País Vasco. Notice very green and lush here. That should tell you in Spain that it's in the north. And Irun is it's right up next to France, right? Yeah, there's Irun. So we're probably N121A. Oh, there's N121A. So we are right next to France. Um, See, Bidasia Auzoa, that does not look like a Romance language at all. Um, let's see, 3455. What is that? There's 3453. 3452. 3452. Um, 3632. Yeah, okay. Um, it's GL2, which is okay, that's correct. Um, but um, yeah, I'm not seeing the place with the exit. Let's see. Yeah, since this was a standard, like sign with a standard font, I didn't get to show you the wacky Basque font, which is another thing that's definitely used to spot it. Like Irish, it has, the Basques have their own peculiar font choice. If you've seen, you'll see that um, possibly. Um, I have seen street signs in the wacky Basque font that so. Let's see, 3455. Um, yeah, and the other thing is it's actually got an. Oh, so it was. Oh, we were on N120 N121. Okay, what? Okay, so that's why I didn't spot it. Yeah, so the other side of the river there was France. Okay. Um. Oh, there's Bidaso Auzoa that was on the sign. Okay. Last round. So it looks like maybe we never got the Canary Islands, which are another one that's like I got one of those the last time I played this a Spain map, and the Canary Islands especially have very beautiful blue sea around them. Um, and they have volcanoes, which has been a big deal this week. Right, we have. Are we stuck? We might be stuck. Okay, so what do we have? Not much. I think it's northern again, like it's very green. Um, Looks like there may be village over there. Um, which can we make another attempt at getting out of here? No. Um, yeah, this happens sometimes, the GeoGuessr Bermuda Triangle. And so this allows me to cut the stream perhaps 90 seconds or so short. I am going to guess that this is near Gijón and Oviedo up here. Um, and nope, nope. Catalonia again. What the hell? Okay. So what have we found out that there's this map has just a huge tendency to put you in places with minority languages in Spain. And so that's one thing to learn about on this is how to recognize those. And so I think I did fairly well at that. All right. So there's our summary. We can like the map, and then so I guess next time around the next map in alphabetical order I believe is FO, the Faroe Islands.